First of all, just give me your impressions of scrimmage today. All of you guys, how do you think it went for your various units?
I feel like we had some ups and downs. Offense did some great things on that side. We did some great things. It was even. You know, like Coach says, it's not always defense dominates, not offense dominates. We had a good scrimmage overall as a team.
Yeah, I agree. The offense did well, but we had too many penalties, and we had some good runs and some good passes, but the defense had some good stops too.
I agree. Defense had some really good stops in some tough situations down the goal line a couple of times, short third downs, and then offense made some good plays, but it was pretty even back and forth the whole scrimmage.
I think overall, kind of like Coach Mouse said at the end of practice there, you know, it's this whole thing was just the little things. You know, like these guys all said, you saw some great things on both sides of the ball, but then we, you know, we kind of found a way to shoot ourselves in the foot a little bit, both sides. So I think that's going to be the big focus, clean that up.
For any one of you guys, where does this scrimmage fit kind of in the context of the spring? I mean, you got the spring game next week, but that last scrimmage is usually pretty important in terms of kind of setting the table for that and also kind of getting out of spring productively. Is that where this kind of fits in today in terms of what you guys want to do?
I think you can definitely see the progression throughout the spring from where we've started to where we've come now, but we still have one more week of practice to fix the little things that you can see that happened today, and so we just got to keep working this week to move into that last scrimmage.
Yeah, I think throughout the spring ball, it's all about improving, and I think we'll improve every scrimmage, and I think next week we'll still need to improve and to go into that spring game.
I'm doing a story on the offensive line, and obviously I wanted to talk to you guys about that. And I know James and Isaiah are not practicing right now, but very veteran unit that you guys have, very experienced. You guys have all played. Given that, you know, what kind of expectations do you put on yourselves to be the heart of the offense, be the leaders of the offense, and you know, not only lead by example, but also lead, you know, in the traditional way of leading too. Where do you guys kind of put yourself in that kind of scope right now, you know, as this team moves forward?
I think we put ourselves, you know, right at the top. You know, we say all the time, you know, everything starts with the way we take care of things up front. I think you notice in this scrimmage and pretty much all the others, you know, as the O-line goes, the offense goes. And I think that, you know, with us having a veteran group, that's something that we recognize, and that's something that, you know, that we really try and focus on is, hey, if we take care of, you know, our 5 jobs up front, a lot of the rest of it starts to fall into place. You get a lot of confidence from a lot of the guys around you, and, you know, things just roll.
Kind of going off him, we have some great skill players on our offense, and so if we take care of our jobs, that allows them to make plays, and so we kind of put that on our shoulders that we need to do our job and go to work day in and day out. That way our great skill players can make their plays out in the field.
Yeah, I agree. And just being the most experienced group, obviously people look up to for leadership to us, and so we try to lead by example, a little bit verbally too, and then just having experience together creates a good chemistry, and that's helped us a lot.
Yeah, well, you kind of talked about what I was about to ask about. I've talked to a lot of experienced offensive lines over the years, and they get to know each other's tendencies almost by muscle memory. I mean, it's, you know the calls, you know what the attributes of the guys you're working next to are. What kind of, given that you guys have worked together for so long, what's your comfort level on the offensive line with each other's abilities, and how does that help you going into the season? And then with that, what do you kind of work on to even make yourselves even a little bit better, even though you know each other's tendencies at this stage?
Well, just in general, the easiest thing is footwork. Like if I step to the left, I know to my left, Tuna's usually there, and I know exactly how he's going to step and how far I need to step. And that's a big thing actually, because foot traffic is a bad habit to break, and being able to not trip over each other is actually a big thing for O-line.
We've all been here for so long that we've been watching each other's film for going on 4 years now, and so you get to know every person's little bitty habit and everything that they do, and so you can plug any one of us next to each other and we kind of be able to get it going because you just know how, what Kevin does, what Waz does, you know how they play, and so it's definitely helped out because, you know, injuries happen, people, you know, stuff happens, and so we can plug anybody in, and we just kind of know that we can keep it going.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of just beyond, you know, the 5 like veteran guys. You know, I'm pretty confident that if you put anyone next to me, you know, I'm gonna have a pretty good feel. Like Mason said, we've been watching each other's film for so long. You start to get a really good feel as to you know, what everybody can do, and you know, how we're gonna be able to help each other out. And you know, this with O-line, it's never one guy. It has to be all 5. And so I think we all kind of realize that, and we all you know, work to achieve that.
We were talking a little bit before this about the length of time you guys have put in, and 2 head coaches, several offensive line coaches. What have you guys gained out of that? What's you know, what's been the biggest thing that, you know, you've learned from all of that experience?
Well, we've had 5 O-line coaches here, and this is the first time we've had one for a whole year since our freshman year, our true freshman year, and that helps tremendously. Just having the same coaching, the same teaching of how you do your footwork, how you block a play, is very helpful. And also having that many coaches, you pick up a little bit from every coach. Like from your first coach to your last, you pick up small things, like the things that made you a better player from that coach. You keep that, and the next coach teaches you something new that will make you a better football player.
Kind of like what I said, just having a different coach every year. You take a little bit from each coach, and it helps build you as into a better player. But then also having the same coach for more than 1 year, it also helps a lot because you're in the same system, same calls, same footwork and everything. And so taking that from 1 year to the next, you can really build on it. And I think it's going to help us a lot.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing. We always, I think we're a group that, you know, like we said, we're all pretty veteran guys, but we're always looking to take as much from everybody as we can. So, you know, I think we've always been that way in taking stuff from all the coaches, but having the opportunity to have Coach Switz here for a second season is great, because he knows how we're going to respond to everything. We have a pretty good feel as to how he's going to respond to stuff, and so again, it kind of just builds that chemistry even further. It's huge.
That's all I got, guys. All right. Thank you.
Good. Appreciate it.
Thank